Hi, my name is Martin. I had been married to my wife for 5 years. When I first saw her, I thought she was the most beautiful woman I'd ever met. We were together for a year before I asked her to marry me, and I felt like I was the luckiest man in the world. As our time together progressed, I only came to love her more and more. Then, one day, she gave me the news I had wanted to hear for so long.
Martin!
Yes, darling?
I'm pregnant.
You're pregnant? Oh, my darling, this is wonderful news. We have so much to prepare for. The announcement that changed my entire life and our whole marriage. I thought it would be for the better, but as the months went on, I realized that I did not view my wife the same anymore. My beautiful wife was fading before my eyes.
Martin, honey, does this dress make me look fat?
No, of course not. You could never look fat carrying our child. It was true. My wife could never look fat, but as the months continued to pass on, she began to take less and less care of herself. She would constantly wear baggy shirts and sweatpants. She would stop doing her makeup, and I would constantly come home to a messy house.
Good morning, Martin.
So, when my secretary, Kara, began to show an interest in me, I decided to give in to my temptations.
Martin, what if someone sees us? It'll be bad for us. For you.
Don't worry, baby. The door is closed and locked, which means anyone wanting to come into my office must knock first. And the blinds are closed, which will keep people's prying eyes away. No one can see us. My affair with Kara continued throughout my wife's pregnancy, and even after she gave birth to a beautiful baby boy. I wanted to stop the affair, but I slowly came to realize that I love my son, but I did not love my wife.
You aren't happy in your marriage. Leave your wife. Be with me instead.
I can't leave my son. I love you, Kara, but I need to be able to provide for my child. Kara started to become impatient with me to the point where she began to threaten me.
If you don't leave your wife, I'll just have to tell her about our affair. See how she enjoys that.
But she never followed through on her threat. She didn't have to. Jessica had noticed my sudden change and suspected I had an affair, and she snooped and found evidence on my laptop and found emails with me and Kara, and everything I told Kara about how my wife had added weight and I wasn't attracted to her anymore. One day, I came home to my wife sitting at the table with a brown envelope in front of her and divorce papers next to it.
I know about Kara and the affair.
Jessica, I can explain everything to you.
I don't want your explanations. I want you to sign the divorce papers. Without argument.
But what about Archie?
I won't keep you away from your son. But you and I have no other business being together. I want you to sign these divorce papers and move out of the house.
No amount of explaining or pleading I did with Jessica seemed to suffice. She wouldn't hear it. So I moved out of her house and in with Kara. Jessica didn't take me to court. I was happy to pay child support for our son. In return, Jessica was kind enough to let me have him on the weekends. But I didn't see her much after that. It was always her mother or her father who would bring Archie out to me whenever I took him home. It would be them who answered the door. My life with Kara continued.
Martin, I'm pregnant.
That's wonderful, baby.
We should start looking at cribs and names. Oh, what are we going to name the baby?
Calm down, darling. I'm sure we'll figure something out. The next time I saw Jessica, it was to deliver the news that Kara was pregnant, that Archie would have a step-sibling. She was kind enough to meet me in a local cafe with Archie so I could spend some time with him. When I saw her, I was taken aback the moment I first saw her. She was my wife again. Hair done, makeup, nice clothes, baby weight gone. She was playing with Archie at the table when I saw them.
Martin, good to see you.
Hello, Jessica. You look... wow.
I'm aware. Now, what is it that you wanted to discuss?
Kara and I are going to have a baby.
That's wonderful. Archie will love having somebody to play with. Congratulations. I hope she doesn't experience you falling out of love with her like you did with me.
Jessica, I
don't want to hear it, Martin. The only business we have together now is with Archie.
She was right. I knew Jessica was right. But none of that stopped me from admiring her that afternoon. Or stop old feelings that I had long since believed to be buried resurface for her. I realized that afternoon I made a mistake. Jessica had always been beautiful. Giving birth to Archie shouldn't have caused me to think otherwise. I should have considered the amount of time it would take for Jessica to get back to her old ways and find herself again, but I didn't allow that. And now, my family was torn into two, with my son having two different homes. Thanks for watching. Please comment and subscribe.